Hey guys, it's Harleywood. If you've been watching the channel for any period of time, you'll know that I've reviewed a bunch of different flashlights. Night Core, Through Night, Olight, which is the one that I tend to favor, Klarus, and probably a few others. One of my best friends, he's bought a few Olights off of my recommendation. In fact, he just bought the Klarus E1 off of my recommendation. But he has this affinity for cheaper flashlights, and we go back and forth because there's one that he likes. Focus, get off my eyes. Thorfire, and it's definitely cheaper. You can feel, it doesn't feel like it has the same build quality. I cannot find in any of their product listings if this is even drop test rated. So this is the VG15S, and it is 1070 lumens. You can kind of see the size of it right there. It is a single 18650 battery. Now, one of the things that turned him off a little bit about the Klarus E1 is a lot of these newer flashlights are requiring protected 18650 or protected cell batteries. This one can take any 18650 battery, which a lot of guys like. I have received a lot of comments where people are not happy about olight and Klarus and some of these other guys using these protected cell batteries. I kind of feel like that's the way the industry is moving, so eventually this may not be an issue, but right now we're kind of in an interim space where it is. Here are three lights that we're going to compare this to, at least outside tonight, in terms of the brightness, the throw, the flood. So we have the 1200 lumen Olight MT2. We do have the 1000 lumen Klarus E1. And even though this one is not an 18650 battery, it is 1000 lumens. This is my current EDC, the Olight S1R Baton 2. All right, this video is sponsored by my friend. So he did buy this and sent it to me. He said, I want you to compare it and see what you think. I'll tell you a few things right off the bat. They saved money in a few places that many of you will probably appreciate. So very flimsy packaging. There was not the expense going into that you would see on something like an Olight package. So Olight, open it up, very nice packaging with foam liners and all that stuff. You're not going to have that on here. Literally, you get this flimsy box. Your light is going to be wrapped in some cheap bubble wrap. And this version did not even come with a battery. Now, there is a kit with a battery. This one did not. But again, if you already have a bunch of 18650s and you just want to buy the flashlight, you certainly can. Some extra O-rings and your lanyard. The clip is probably not my favorite. You can see it's not even touching the light there, so it doesn't secure too well in the pocket. You'd probably have to squeeze this thing, take it off, you know, bend this in a little bit more. Definitely not on par with something you'd get from Olight, not even close, and not as good as a clip from Klarus. These are super tight. So the interface is pretty simple. Simply click and the light comes on, and then you half press to take it through the modes. Let's go over the lumen levels. I'll put them up here on the screen. Firefly is half a lumen. Low is 50 lumens, mid is 200 lumens, high is 600 lumens, and turbo is 1070 lumens. It does also have a strobe mode if you simply double half press. So again, not a full click, but turn it on and double half press, and it will go into your strobe mode. Durable aircraft grade aluminum. So they pretty much all say that these days, right? All these flashlights are aircraft grade aluminum. I am going to tell you though, this feels a little cheaper in the hand than some of the newer flashlights. Olight or even my Klarus, they just feel like they have a better build quality. They have better knurling on them, better features to them. That the build quality just seems a little bit tighter on some of these more expensive flashlights. You know what this actually reminds me of is one of my first Olights that I ever bought. This thing is probably 7 or 8 years old at this point, an M18 Maverick. This was actually my weapon light back in the day. And this feels more in line with one of these really old Olights back when they had kind of a cheaper build quality also. Okay, so notice the flat spot right here, and directly opposite there's another one. I took the battery out, and I don't think this is going to show up on camera, but if I put my finger on those two flat spots, I can actually squeeze the aluminum in just a little bit. Now for normal use, that's probably never going to be an issue, but it made me think, well, is it the same with a Klarus? No way. There's no give on something like this at all. On an olight, you might as well forget about it. This thing ain't giving. I did pull out that old M18 Maverick. Get back here. And this one has a flat spot on opposite sides, and coincidentally, it has give also. And you do have to remove the battery to recharge it. You're not going to have an external USB micro port or anything like that, or like an olight have the proprietary tail cap, the magnetic charging tail cap. It's not going to have any of that sizzle on it, okay? Take the battery out, recharge it. All right, so let's take it out back and compare it to some of these other lights. Again, we're going to compare it to the 1000 lumen Klarus E1, the 1200 lumen olight M2T, and the 1000 lumen S1R Baton 2. All right, guys, there's a little bit of light in the sky that you can still see there, but I've adjusted the camera so that it reflects what my eye sees. I cannot see the barn to my naked eye back there, but it is 101 yards from where we are. You can just see the trailer over here on the left, and that is about 15, maybe 17 yards from us. So let's go ahead and go with the Thorfire on the barn. That is turbo, 101 yards. There's the trailer. You can kind of see the flood and the hotspot there. I'm going to move that off to the left, out of the way, and I'm going to bring in the little tiny olight S1R Baton 2. My wife just turned on lights in the kitchen. Look at that. This is this little guy. And move that over. There is the Thorfire. There's the olight. 1000 lumens, 1070 lumens, supposedly. Let's look at them on the ground. And look at this, you can see this one's not even fully charged. The Thorfire is. Here's the olight, here's the Thorfire. Supposedly 1070, 1000 lumens. All right, there is the Thorfire again. I'm going to move it off to the left. And here is the Klarus E1. There's the Thorfire. There's the Klarus. So let's look at them on the ground. So here is the Thorfire. Here is the Klarus on the right. Klarus looks brighter to me. That's Thorfire, Klarus. Let's bring in the olight M2T. Now this is 1200 lumens, much brighter. I think you're seeing a pattern with the olights here. Look at the Thorfire, 1070, 1200. Not even a competition. So I really don't think the Thorfire is putting out nearly what it says it does. Thorfire, olight. But for a half or a third of the price, you may be okay with that. So I'm going to drop test this thing. Now I wanted to wait until after I did the nighttime comparison, because in the event it doesn't survive, then I wouldn't be able to show you the beam at night. It has no drop test rating, so I am putting it through a test that it is not rated to survive. I'm going to do it from 1 meter, about 3 feet high, and I'm going to do the M2T. I'm 6 feet tall. I'm going to do the M2T from above my head. Let's go ahead and turn them both on. M2T, and here is the Thorfire. So, Thorfire, I'm going to drop it sideways. It survived. And the through night. It survived. The cap twisted. Both of them survived. Do we try the Thorfire from that high? Let's try it. Right at my head level. Ooh, it survived. All right, I'm gonna drop them both on their face. So here is the olight M2T. Wait, is this 2T? Yeah. M2T, and here's the Thorfire. Oh. Olight survived. Thorfire survived. All right, Thorfire, go ahead and put it on your website. It is drop test rated to 2 meters. Currently on Amazon, there are two versions of this flashlight. There is the one that I've shown you here today. It's about $27, and then there's a $39 version that comes with a battery and a little recharging dock. So I'll post a link in the description below to where you can get one of those. So for those of you looking for a more budget-friendly option and something you may not care if you lose, about half the price almost of most olights or klaruses or night cores, Thorfire. There you go, bro. I reviewed your flashlight. Thanks for watching, guys. If you like this video, do me a favor, hit that subscribe button below. Got lots more videos to come, and we'll see you in the next one.